Hello, this is Captain Poodle speaking. Are you ready to find love?
Yes, ahoy, matey.
Love. Exciting and new. Go online. They're catfishing you.
Shocker.
Fiancé.
Soon you'll be flying to parts unknown.
90-day Beyonce.
Marrying someone you only met on your phone.
Be they French or Chinese, a brand new K1 visa's the key.
Ooh, the key to what, Poodle?
To love.
It's reality game.
Let's love.
Y'all, this is a special reality gaze because we are doing a collab.
It's an orgy.
It's an orgy. We are doing a collab with we've been planning this for a long time.
Look at her fucking topping off her glass of wine. If you're on the intimate portrait, Wama's topping off her glass of wine. That's a heavy pour.
That's a heavy pour, y'all. Welcome to
pour.
The collab Reality Sweeties. Reality Gaze with DocuSweeties.
I prefer sweetie gaze.
That sounds creepy. Y'all,
welcome to Sweetie Gaze. Sweetie Gaze.
We are with the wonderful Chris Farah and the marvelous Wahima. Wahima, I don't know your last name.
Wahimalino.
Wahimalino.
Yes,
Someone once told me it was like Akuna Matata. Wahimalino.
And it kind of sounds like a car that you may take.
Also.
Great.
One time, Wa was drunk and we were doing a YouTube video, and I was like, "And this is," and then she answered,
Wahimalino.
And forever, for the rest of my life, I sing her name like Wahimalino. You know, it's just like it sounded so good.
It sounded so good when you did it. Okay, we're jumping into it. We did part 1 on their podcast,
and we're a little drunk,
and we all been drinking. And maybe other things if not legal in all states.
Sissies, please join us on DocuSweeties for us talking about Gunther's Millions, a Netflix documentary.
Netflix documentary.
That was bonkers. I said, y'all, this is Chris Farah and Wama. We've been friends for a while, and they have a podcast called DocuSweeties, and we just did their show. We talked about Gunther's Millions, and on Netflix. And honestly, watching, I'm like, what else can it be? It'll be a riot. It'll be about a dog who gets $500 million. Oh, we can really read that for filth. We did not expect the sex cult angle,
or the boy band,
or the boy band angle,
or the eugenics,
or the eugenics angle.
It was basically an Ace of Base. It was like Ace of Base, instead not a boy band. It was like Ace of Base or ABBA. 2 boys, 2 girls.
I said S Club 7 because there were alternates to this band.
That was.
Shut the fuck up. If you don't know S Club 7, I can't help you. Y'all, I guarantee you there are listeners who watched S Club 7 on a Saturday morning.
It's just
S Club. I think they were Scandinavian.
I think this was some shit in Greenville, South Carolina that just got patched in.
Maybe.
Anyway,
they needed to fill sometime. They couldn't do another hour of the Andy Griffith Show.
That's true. You can listen to that on wherever you listen to your podcast, or you can watch it on the DocuSweeties Patreon. And we are doing an intimate portrait of this. So this is available on our $15 tier as well, or you can listen to it. Okay. Y'all have been talking and I've had earbuds and you've been listening. You're like, where's Maddie? So I'm going around because I lost my wallet, and I lost my wallet this morning. I had a busy day today. I didn't care. No one gives a shit until 7 sissies message you and tell you that Johan is on Unfiltered and I need to find my credit card to subscribe to his OnlyFans.
Oh, she's on OnlyFans. Oh,
I saw it.
but it's called unfiltered.
Yep.
That dick takes up 3 frames.
Yep.
Wait,
I am
What?
looking everywhere for my wallet. I used my Amex and it said it was fraud and it declined me, and now I've gotten 7 texts.
Do you guys follow Mary Pants?
Yes.
That's who posted it.
Yeah,
That's who
Mary
posted
Pants
it, yeah.
posted it. Mhm.
pictures? Are they blurred out?
I don't. There's a blur. I've subscribed, but it's blurred. I can't find the dick. I just want to say I love and appreciate all the sissies that have messaged me immediately.
Here's the thing: when you do what you're good at, do what you excel at, and he obviously excels with his penis.
It sucks
So-
that Danielle's going to try to take that money, though.
Oh, that's the worst thing. Johan, get yourself power of attorney right now, honey. Get away from that.
You know what is honestly, it's not a good move, because he just got done saying that they can stay in the DR if they have a great life, if they're making money. But we also know this man wants to get to where? America. So he should wait to not make the OnlyFans money until like he gets to America, because she can be like, look, you don't need to be in America, you don't need to be in New York City slaving away. And here's the thing. She might not be wrong, but I'm just saying, as his like devil's advocate, if he wants to get to America, don't be making money in the DR.
Well, the problem.
That's a good point.
The
That's a really good
problem.
point.
It is. It's a fair point. The problem is that
Fair
I see it is that
It's a fair point. Yes, I like that.
He thinks he's on 90 Day Fiance and she's on the other way. He doesn't even know what show he's on, and it's awful. And she's treating him like he's her child who she fucks, and it's really awful.
The other
she's
problem
a
is
disgusting
that-
person.
That part.
Yeah, the other problem is that Danielle is actually an asshole.
No, you're right. She's a legendary asshole.
I mean, she and Big Ed are like,
I agree. Y'all watched Love in Paradise, right? And when you watched her season, you knew she was an asshole, but she came back into this other way energy with so much asshole potential that she has so much asshole collateral that she's going to win the season. They're going to come so hard for her on the tell-all with even other people. I predict the lesbians are going to have a problem with her.
yeah. And Sleepy Chris, she definitely has problems. I know she cuts up in Bogota. I know she cuts up over there with her Alabama nonsense. She probably is upset because she's never left the fucking country ever in her life. So she goes over there and one little thing flips her off, and then she's like, God damn, I should have stayed in America.
Yeah, I'm really upset that's I feel like they're gonna make that the punchline for her.
And because narcolepsy is not a funny thing, it's really terribly debilitating.
It's like a horrible.
They
like,
are.
But I'm waiting. Someone just texted me because I talked about it when her flying outfit that I called the Wish JoJo Siwa.
Yes.
And someone else texted me, and it's even better. Sissy Sarah said, I finally figured it out. It's the outfit. If you remember Arrested Development when Charlize Theron was on it, it's the outfit that Charlize Theron would wear.
Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
In a different time. That was a very different time. But y'all, Chris and Jamie are, I think it's the biggest DOA. Aside from the old woman on the donkey,
Which we haven't seen her yet.
She's with a man named Osama. She's with a man named Osama. You can't be with a man named Osama.
What were the bisexuals from Love in Caribbean? It was
Valentine and
Valentine, the throuple.
Carlos.
Carlos.
No, my loves.
No. She's talking about Reggie.
Ricky.
Reggie.
No.
That was DOA.
No,
yeah, it has an Arab.
Tammy and Dammy.
Yeah.
I called
Abby.
Abby. Okay, sorry.
And Frankie.
I said that Gabby was a spirit of a sea witch who called upon the ocean creatures to Homer Krabs, I want you to sting Frankie, and so he will never forget what he has done for me wrong. All the land dwellers will forever pay for what they have done to me.
Now
and Scabby Abby, she was so just like,
she was
I'm
terrible.
gonna try and get, Frankie, and then like, oh no, I love you so much, Gabby.
Abby, es la verdad? Es la verdad, Abby?
Es la verdad. I am calling upon the waters of the Gulf of Mexico.
Siete mares para ti.
Siete mares.
Now, because sissies hear us talk about toe all the time. So from y'all's perspective, is this your favorite spinoff of 90 Day, or what is your pièce de résistance of
Chris,
90?
go. You go first.
Okay, here's the thing. I have been salivating ever since the last good 90 Day season was the last toe for me. Like, give me Mike and Jimena, give me Jasmine and Gino. Like, that's...
I think that was B90.
Was B90?
Yeah.
No, it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, but they were just in the other countries.
Yeah, I think that was B90 because Toe was more Jenny and Submit. And
you're my
last
love.
time,
You are
yeah,
on it, and you're right.
I was wrong. I said the same thing. That's what I thought.
He said the same thing, and I looked it up. Last season of Toe was like, it was Jenny Submit. It was also what's her name who hates him, and the guy who's the Mormon.
It was Evelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was like all the regurgitated people.
And Corey,
so
Evelyn and Corey.
Before the 90 Day was the last good season we had. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There was only two couples who were new. That was what's her name?
What's her name from
hair.
Seattle?
She was Ellie.
The one who definitely murdered her husband. I said.
Yeah. Oh
no. And I got a lot of hate for saying she murdered her husband, y'all. She killed her husband.
Okay, because I don't want to get sued anymore. What are your thoughts?
Jenny and Sumit were the best thing to come out of Toe, to be honest. And then the other couple was Aladdin and that old lady from Canada who was living in America.
Aladdin and Laura.
Yeah.
With the 3-day Tunisian wedding.
They are honestly, the season 1 of that rocked my soul. And I was like, this is what I need. But honestly, before the 90 days is where we met our girl, Darcy. And And that was my first introduction to it. I said, oh, she's in Holland with a guy who threw a chew at her. And it...
Chew. You threw a chew at me.
Jesse?
Louis Vuitton.
Cut on the bias. I mean, before the 90 days and then Toe and then a 90-day fiance with a fresh crop of people. And then, 10th is Happily Ever After. Happily Ever After, let's talk about it. 21 episodes. 21 we have been watching that for 5 months and they feel no shame about it.
No, I said it was a social experiment. They were seeing how much we could take. And people tuned out. I think they learned that no one but I will say that finale with the kind of like Love is Blind, like let's meet up and like hash it out. It just showed us how almost replaceable Sean Robinson is. And in a weird way, it was right there, y'all.
It's your hat to the ring, honey. Tips that hat, falls right out, right into the ring.
Yo, Sean is around, but like if Sean goes missing, maybe don't look for Wah.
Wah's shed at her dad's house. What the Sean Robinson part?
There's a cryptic
Alex
tweet.
Murda.
There's a cryptic tweet from DocuSweeties that says ... We wish Sean the best.
You know what it is that when not Michelle Visage, wrong
Michelle
franchise.
Collins.
When Michelle Collins did the after show of
remember that?
90 Day Fiance, I was actually on that. Do you remember that?
Yes,
you were.
That was
I was on that. So for me, when Sean Robinson came in, my career as a talking head for TLC went out the door. So
that's true.
Like, I was one of the. I mean, listen, I talked about our queen Darcy like nobody's business.
She replaced you as the one Black person that could talk about the show. There was room for one, and it wasn't going to be you.
Yeah. Listen, you have to be a Black lady with great arms.
I'm not there. I'm almost there.
That's the requirement, honey. That you have to have great arms.
She does have great arms.
Yeah,
and you have to be a little non-threatening, because if you're going to get angry, we don't want that either. Because we don't want an angry Black woman on the show.
Yeah.
What? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
As they get out this universe and as they really fill it out, honey, and they really like Animal Crossing, they're building their their farm. Okay, just like they they can build everything. They can't just have one host. There's got to be like there's just different flavors, right? Like
well, they can't
nitty gritties and like getting into certain things, and you can't just like she's so professional and she's like immaculate. What a beautiful, elegant woman, right?
We were doing well. First of all, you need an invested host. You need someone that's invested.
That's the
it's
biggest
clear that
issue.
Not.
We think
Jake
she's not a fan.
She's not.
She doesn't watch the show. She doesn't watch the show.
Love it.
She doesn't. But we were just covering
Sunday morning on repeat.
I do love Sunday morning.
Well, sure.
We were just watching Darcy and Stacey, and I was talking. I had the idea, and I went because have y'all caught up on Darcy and Stacey?
I am.
I mean, I haven't watched season.
This is the best season.
This is the best season since season 1.
This is the best season of Darcy and Stacey.
The twins are fighting, Chris.
They are fighting because of a twin wedding. A twin wedding.
And Darcy has hired a matchmaker. And the matchmaker is this fiery woman from Miami that fucking reads her for filth. And I told Jake, I said, that's the new next 90-day spinoff. They need to have 90-day matchmaking where she goes to these single people and coaches them on how to date. And I just want to see her with Natalie. I want to see her with Tiffany. I want to see her with fucking Danielle going through her binders. I want to see
her with Danielle so badly. Yes.
Wait, can I quickly, because we're just loving each other and we're just like, I'm so drunk. Quick top 3 favorite characters in the 90-Day universe. And I'm going to go, I'll give you time to think about it because mine are now,
go.
I'm an only child, God bless. Natalie and Fiza and Yara.
Ooh.
Eastern European women.
I am, whatever it is, cream fever. Like it's
I was going to say it's very white power of you.
You know what? Yep. Listen, here's the thing. In no other realm am I just like loving on white women. It's not white. It's really because it feels honestly not like white women. I'm not saying like Jenny and Avery. I'm just like it is
transactional women. You enjoy the transactional women.
They have a certain amount of directness and bananasness. But here's the thing. And
I hear that.
And they're all different. I don't think that Yara is like, Natalie. I don't think, I think Natalie is wildly insane. And I'll just watch every moment.
No, she's mentally ill. Yeah, she's got some problems.
Well, for sure. But I mean, sign me up. And if he's not on the show anymore, but I just am still like so like thankful for her work. You know what I'm saying? Like
me too. I'm thankful for her service.
Yeah. For sure. Like my grandfather, he was in the war. Like exactly. Yara.
Very similar.
Yeah, very. Yara is like usually gives me like in most situations a voice of reason that I respect. Now I will say this last season was boring and I think completely fake, right? Like so much.
It was all fake. Yeah, this was the most fraudacity. That storyline was fraud.
Because they're living a great life and I think they're happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think they're happy. Yeah, I would say I think my top 3 would be, I mean, just Darcy. Just Darcy. I love Darcy. I am Darcy. Like I relate to her. Like I love Darcy. And then probably my number 2 would be we're watching our class list right now. So we're doing season 6 of 90 Day Fiance. And I have to say, just seeing the fact that Larissa doesn't realize she's on a reality show and she's just conning Colt.
That was going to be mine. It was Larissa.
I think that is my top 2. And then I think probably my top 3 is, are we choosing favorites because we love them or favorites because where were you when you saw that?
Are you going to say Lyda?
Well, we just started watching her.
She's horrible.
She's the villain of all villains.
We just started that season.
Never admit that you like her. Never admit.
She's the top one villain of all villains. I think she's my worst of all possible things.
I'm going to say this, and people are going to Instagram me. People are going to hate me. Okay. You're going to tweet me, but y'all, I have to say, like, just when I saw Paul running through a forest and Karina going, Paul!
No, it's Paul.
It just Paul!
Cranny friend, it's okay. No,
they're terrible people.
We'll never get back to that Camelot.
They're horrible humans. Their kids are scarred for life. So I get all that. But as a viewer, just seeing him running with that fucking machete in a jungle with poop water is just something I'm never going to experience again.
And when he runs and she runs after him and he's there watching, saying, I'm going to jump, Cranny. I'm going to jump in this water. I'm going to jump in this water. And
no, it was just
like trying to like kill himself. But for me, I'm going to say Darcy is up there for me. I think she's probably 3 for me. Mm-hmm. I these are in no order, actually, I can say.
Okay.
Some of my favorites are, just because I enjoy the ridiculousness of him, was Muhammad from Even Muhammad. When he talks like this.
Yeah.
He was just not a real person.
What's the drama? It was so good.
Was halfway between this world and the next.
Yeah.
And just because he was so weird, and he did not fit any qualities that someone has ever had that I knew on television. So that for me, I just laughed like a fool. And I've got to say, probably Natalie next. Because Natalie, for me, hits all of the characteristics of cringe reality, but weirdly, I can kind of understand her.
Me too.
I always understand her motivation.
Me too.
Like Natalie is that id that we all want to act on, but then our super ego like goes, "Hey, don't do that."
Yeah.
She is a Chekhovian character, and I think that's like what it really. Yes, because you can see her want and her desperate need. It's pounding with her. Her eyes glaze with her want, her objective. Yeah. She is like, I want to be loved. I want to be I want
and you I to want
think
child.
I'm sexy. Please think I'm sexy. I'm beautiful, and I'm above all of you. Please think all of it. Like she wants everyone. She wants so badly for all of us to think.
And in every thing behind her last season of Single Life, we always said there was that crib that was in her Airbnb. She would go, crib.
we wanted the crib to follow her, like we wanted it to
like
be
a horror movie.
Crib. Natalie, we have a special guest here, and they just roll out the crib.
She goes, crib.
Wahima, who is your top 3?
Okay, so it's Anfisa.
Oh, she's Queen.
Larissa.
Queen.
And Darcy.
Okay. Oh, Queen.
But if we're doing couples.
Drag race. She loves it.
I love it. If we're doing couples, I'm going to say Annie and David. I'm going to say Ginny and Sumit.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I believe in their love.
They've made me a believer.
I believe in their love. I just don't believe in his backbone.
I mean, he doesn't have one. But when Jenny said that when Sumit said that he finds pleasure from pleasing her, what the fuck else do you need?
I know. What else? I'm kind of the same way.
And then another couple is Chantel and Pedro.
Wow, that is a dark horse. Oh. Wow.
I've covered their 4 seasons, and I hope they come back for a 5th.
I just need to say this.
Support Black love. Go ahead.
They have, you know what? 100%. They have went back and forth. We call it now. Y'all, we always say, y'all don't Chantel your significant other. Mm-hmm. Don't badmouth your spouse to your family or your really close friends, because you are Chanteling them and they will never recover from it.
Yes. Miss Karen is the poor man's Kris Jenner. Not only like they were they not the first spinoff? I don't know.
They were the first 90-day spinoff.
They were.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, listen, roads need to be paved.
Yeah.
They paved the road. And
do you think that the Libby's going to get a spinoff with her family?
I think they've tried every year. I don't think they will.
I don't know. I'm telling you, they still need. They need to make, because it's now all HGTV. They need to make a home reno show with Andres Fanry and Libby decorating, and it would be called, not Fixer Upper. It would just be like, "Do it, dear," or whatever, or something like that.
I feel like the Family Chantel was an outreach to a certain audience that TLC had not had before. And they were like, we can get Black audiences, but if we could really get Black audiences here, that's one of the reasons. And also, it was fucking bonkers that season they had.
When he said, "What you say to me? What you say to me?" That karate chop with that Costco food and that Airbnb. Whatever, Miss Karen grabbing the hair, and it's like, "No, es bueno para mi familia.
Bueno para mi familia."
No bueno, immigrazione.
Harvesting the American dollar. Who has had the most quotables on this show besides Darcy and Karen?
Yeah.
Wait, Karen's understanding of Spanish is like basic, and then I would say Daniela and Johan, it was like intermediate. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Daniela knows Spanish, but like not like, it's just so funny because I feel like I don't know Spanish, but I know every word she says in the tiempo that she's, habla esos. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo no soy Warren Buffett.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
Soy.
Okay,
she does do it so. She says it so confidently.
Yo no soy Warren Buffett, pero.
I can't even. I actually, it's that way. I said this on the podcast, which is so crazy. Like, she's just like, "You're so stupido because you don't even know how like expensive-o it is in America, whatever." And he's like, he's like, "You're dumb because
you're
like
dumb,
it's crazy here, and we want to leave."
I have said she thinks he's dumb, and if she ever finds out he's smart, she's not going to want to be with him.
Yeah,
it's not that I don't think she'll ever find out.
Baby arm, dick, and all.
That he's like super, super intelligent. He has street smarts though, and he has fucking dreams. And the fact that she doesn't acknowledge that, and that's not love.
Mm-hmm. And he has an OnlyFans, and I don't have a credit card.
She does.
Help!
I didn't know there wasn't unfiltered. I didn't know that unfiltered honey was a thing until now. Just so I know, just so everyone, and I'm sure maybe everyone else knows, unfiltered whatever is a OnlyFans like site.
Yes,
it was started by like Stephanie from Nowadays, I think. Stepan.
Partner jar, Stephanie.
Yeah, Fart jar. No, not.
Oh my God,
but
be careful.
I think Stephanie from Grand Rapids has definitely been on that side. I'm sure she was trying to do.
Ryan, I want you to go see Cuckoo with me because Cuckoo's dead, but we're gonna get key lime yogurt anyway.
Wow,
I love you so much.
Let's because we'll go on forever. Y'all also cover a little show that we've talked a little bit about called Love After Lockup.
So, like hearing it is like mother's milk pouring out of her breast, and hearing the sound of a babbling brook of the mom's breast milk.
Like Monique's breasts and Derek resting against them.
Sorry, y'all. I just got to get this. I'm sorry. Hey, Tank. Hey, Tank, I can't talk to you right now. I'm doing a show. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Fribble, why are you playing on my phone? Why are you? Hold on. Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, hold on. Snake's calling me. Hey, baby.
Snake. I mean, listen, Love After Lockup. Chevelle is my favorite. Chevelle.
Remember those outfits?
Chevelle, Megan, not Markle. Michael and
not
Sarah.
Markle.
The first
Michael
season.
And Sarah. Yeah.
It's your class, ho. I said, Mama, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Season 1 of Love After Lockup was Jonna and Garrett.
That goes way back.
Since the beginning. since the beginning, and I have been covering them since the beginning.
I saw his penis. Someone sent me Garrett's penis. I'm sure you
did. I would like to see it as well. Thank you.
Yeah.
My God, what beautiful gifts you're given.
I mean, I've seen Karini's.
Is a gift to see penis. Is a gift to see dick.
I have lots of people send me dick pics.
I've seen Karini's vagina.
I saw Paul's dick. Yeah, and it was bigger than you would think. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I saw Stephanie and Ryan's butt.
No.
I don't get all these, and I'm okay with it. Unless someone finds Johan's dick, I want it.
I've seen Becky and Buki's like vagina, like they're tiny. Oh, you know what? I have horrible news. But did you hear this? Mediatek.com released that like Bilal and Shai, like
I think it's confirmed that she had a miscarriage, which is really sad.
God bless her. She had a baby bump, and then she put in a comment that she no longer has that baby bump.
That's
horrible. Shai and Bilal
and Shida.
I'm going to say this. Listen, it's not fun to bring up, but I want to bring it up only because as women, like, I think that you just sometimes like get fed this thing that like everyone gets pregnant, everyone just easy. No one goes through miscarriages. There are so many
lot of people
miscarriages that happen, and then there's babies afterward. There's just so many things that happen in the life, and I think that, if I'm really, she said it. She didn't have to say it, but she said it, and so God bless.
We talk about it that it's shameful. Yeah.
Especially if you believe that God is on your side, then you will be more apt to be like, "Hey, sing it on the mountains." I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mother, to this day, she said every Thanksgiving she'll say, "Well, I think look at this leftover food, and I think that could have been for your older brother, but he's not here."
Wow.
She says it every Thanksgiving because she had a miscarriage.
Oh my God!
Did your mom have one miscarriage?
She had two, but she still brings up like every holiday, and we're like,
great.
That's what we say. Thinking of that baby. Whoa.
But I mean, I bring that up that like it still sticks with her. But my dad's buried right next to him for that fake funeral I did for my dad to get away from Poodle.
Yeah, I still never seen a death certificate. So.
I did hear that your mother wanted to be buried. You want you to be buried next to her. I did hear that. She
did say. Well, she's saying it now. She's saying it now because I'm single, which I've been single for like 7 months now. But she said well, who are you gonna be buried by? I was like, Mom, I don't know. I might be scattered. She's like, honey, don't get scattered. Just don't put yourself everywhere.
Honey, just be Mama's baby dumpling. You won't find anybody else. Just let Mama take care of you in death.
And I'm like, my gay ass cannot be buried in Oklahoma. I'm sorry, I can't do it. You know where I want to be buried?
They won't even let you have ghost homosexual sex.
Yes, I want to be buried under like Flex Spa in a sex club. Scatter my ashes on just like
where men are just like fucking each other with abandon.
Yes, and I know that where I am is where gay love is happening.
I don't think I'd call it love, but it's something.
Maybe.
That's beautiful, honey. I think it's beautiful.
So who do you think we're like a bit into? We're done with Gabby and Chris, but with the couples that are still going on with Love After Lockup, who do you think? Who do you have the most hope for?
Okay, first of all, Justine and Michael are obviously like superstars, and they're hanging their hat on them. Like we know they're going to be on Love After Lockup. It's like they're going to be a jagger. They're going to be like a hanger hat, like a coat hanger of.
They're going to be the new Brittany and Marcelino because
no one will be the new Brittany and Marcelino.
Okay, but what? Okay, Wob, what did you think about their ending? I mean, they are going to be. We find out they are going to be.
I think they're vying for the role, but I don't think anyone will ever be able to live. Listen, let me tell you about the roller coaster that Brittany has bring her on. Okay,
she wrote a book.
Brittany wrote a book.
Brittany, she wrote a book. She's a real estate agent. She led a clean life. We saw her mother was a drug addict, and we saw her try to help her mother and talk about her mother's almost suicide with blowing up a home. And then the last season that we have with her, she punches her best friend in the fucking face
and clocks her.
It is the best that we have ever seen. Listen, Brittany gives us ups and downs. They give us storylines. They give us Alaska bits. They give us Vegas bits.
Alaska bits.
They give us everything. When she first came out of prison and he brought that weird ass 50s green dress to her and she was like I don't know if I'm ready for that. She's had therapy. We are here for it. The next best couple is Puppy and Amber.
They're on Life After Lockup.
Yes, Amber is another success story. She came out of prison with that weird ass man Vince, and then flipped it and took the show and went on the road. He was the one who put her on this show, and she said, "Guess what? I got a friend named Puppy."
That's true. She literally flipped the story and made it her own. That is so true.
Love After Lockup is one of the best trash ass reality TVs on.
Yes.
Matt Sharp. Listen, 90 Day Fiance is great, but Love After Lockup
Lockup is
Lalu. It is
no
Lalu.
90 Day Fiance walked so that Lalu could run. So that Love After Lockup could run.
That is a good way to say it.
Yeah.
Yes. In handcuffs.
And then Matt Sharp came out with inmate to roommate, and it crawled again.
Oh no!
2 steps forward, he takes 2 steps back.
That was dark.
It was
good. It was just
it's attracting, you know.
You know who I love this season? I love Ashley and Travis. Can you fucking believe that she has just been rich this whole time, and then COVID happened? Obviously a drug, a functional alcoholic. And this last season, this last episode was so bananas when he was just like, look, you have told me and my family that you are rich and you are going to take care of me, and you got to uphold that because I am a prize. Obviously, I've been in prison for 14 years and stole $3,500 in 30 minutes. I think it's the best thing that ever happened in my fucking life. I'm the prize.
Yeah.
You have to tell my mom how you're going to take care of this thing that you're now poor.
I'm not trash.
That was amazing. Y'all, and the best thing was when we meet his mother.
Miss Virginia.
And we see the bitch take the ring off of Ashley's finger. And it just becomes the most wonderful thing I've ever seen because
this looks good. It looks great on me.
She's an asshole, that mom.
And then
let me show you this beautiful place where you could live.
Y'all, she wants to drive Ashley crazy. And this is like, I think I saw a Twilight Zone kind of like this.
I mean, again, we tell everybody.
The mother murders Ashley.
We stole it from them, but Blighty Day Fiance called her Kathy because of her hair, like the comic strip Kathy.
Yeah.
And we can't get it out of our head.
Oh my God. Blighty Day, thank you so much. It's absolutely fucking true. She's absolutely Kathy Beast, especially at the confessional. She looks crazy all the time, but I know exactly what she has that thick, like, gray eyeshadow. And then, yes, my love's like 4 different colors in her hair. She is a bananas person and wild. And like, where's Martin? You know, can he give her any money? And like, what's in his cheek? And like, also like,
where is Martin? We dropped that storyline.
We did drop that storyline.
Like a hot.
Look at whoa! He's just Maddie thought it was some type of like a weird pimple popper thing. I thought
I watched Dr. Pimple Popper. I think he had a pilar cyst.
I mean,
but that's only for you
like,
pimple popaholics. We know.
Horrible show, my love. You watch that horrible show?
I watch it every night to soothe me to bed.
I can't watch
Pimple Popaholic. I love it.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong.
He was quite Sling Blade.
He was quite Sling Blade.
Ding dong.
Wait.
Well, I don't want violence. I don't want violence.
First of all, do you think that Cameron is like such a character, and couldn't he be cast as a best friend in any kind of like 90s or like early?
Oh my God! When you said that, I said he was like an extra in House Party in all of the House Party movies. Like it was that kind of like movie where he was.
Yes. Or he totally would have been like Kim Cole's boyfriend in one episode of Living Single.
I will say though, I enjoy their storyline. I love his family. I love that crazy family.
Fuck Libby's family. That's the spinoff I want. Those sisters.
Give me the family Cameron.
Wait, my question is his mom. So, yeah, Cameron's okay. Obviously, we know Derek's mom has passed away, and that's a horrible story. But is Cameron's mom not around? Because we don't. Well, how do we know? Why? We never talk about it, right?
No, we don't know. We don't know. We just know that it's just a family of sisters. There's no other men in his family but him.
And Waz like Poodle. she can go a certain time on a podcast, and then she's getting dick pics on Tinder on her phone, and
Yes,
she's like,
she
"Bitch is ready," because Poodle and Wah are the same kinky ass person.
Well, I'm getting pics right now.
Listen,
I'm already getting pics.
When you talk about all your kink stuff, I'm like, oh,
let's see about my phone. I know.
Oh, you're in that world too. You're not a vanilla.
When they start asking me to send like jockstrap pics after 10,
I don't send.
Get ready.
I don't send any naked pictures. I don't have any. I don't send them. Like, let's meet.
I'm gay. I have to.
Yeah, let's meet in person.
That's just what we do.
Yeah, I do with no face. My boobies all the time.
No, I don't.
Artistic booby pictures is my specialty.
Is it okay if I send pics, but I'm in a pup mask?
That's
fine. Yeah.
Yes. Is it leather?
Of course. Come on.
A puppy and amber mask?
Yeah.
No, Ryan Bailey tried to come in and say, I have a pup mask on. And I was like, it was like a dog mask. I'm like, girl, that's not a pup mask. If I showed you what a pup mask is, you would pray to your heterosexual God that you would never see anything else.
Yeah. No, it's not.
Right now.
No, it literally is leather fashioned out of a pup mask fashioned out of leather with like gold, gold.
Yeah.
It looks disturbing. It's y'all. Anything
Chris, you can also get it.
Can you breathe? Can you breathe in it?
I don't
think
that's
not important.
That's it.
That's
and you
part
can
of the
also
kink.
You can also get a tail, Chris, but it's just a butt plug that you put in your butt and it has a
and
tail
then
on
it. And there's different tails. There's like rabbit tails. There's fox tails.
I like that one.
You just got to put that butt plug there and your tail, and you just wag that tail, and they give you a treat if you're lucky.
Yeah, I mean,
don't show any more pics, or our Vimeo on our intimate portrait will probably sue us.
Oh no! I mean, I don't put anything in my butt, but if I did, it would have fur on the end.
There you
go.
There you go. Is your safe word pamplemousse too, Wall?
That's my safe word.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Pamplemousse.
Okay, so we're talking about. I want to talk really quickly before I have time, because y'all talk about Lalu, you talk about Toe, but you also talk about different documentaries, and so hence DocuSweeties. So I want to know. Y'all covered the Miss Cleo documentary. What is it called again?
Call Me Now.
Call Me Now. Call Me Miss Cleo. It's called Call Me Miss Cleo.
Tell me why I need to watch it, because I've been dying to.
Give us a good nugget why we need to watch that documentary.
Because if you lived through the late 90s and you understand what calling a hotline is, then this will bring the nostalgia to your life. Also, they hire two specific talking heads. One who is somebody from our childhood. Two, maybe both of them are a part of the LGBT community, and that LGBTQ community, and that is Raven Simone. That's Raven.
Shut up,
Raven.
As well as the Mad TV iconic Black master, Deborah Wilson.
You picked it. You got it.
Listen,
she's one of my favorite people.
Yeah, and she's like in tune to Miss Cleo in a way that you would have never thought she would be.
I fanned her one time at an improv show that you were doing, Maddie, and I was there, and I lost my mind, and I said, Deborah Wilson. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, I'm such a fan. I loved you. I watched you all the time. And she's like, you don't look that old. And she was joking with me. But we talked about Mad TV for so long.
Yeah.
And she's like, she's like, yeah, now I'm just kind of doing improv and doing what I can. I was like, well, good luck to you.
I mean, it highlights and explains a very specific part of our youth that we cherish and hold dear. It's on HBO, and absolutely watch it.
Chris, is there like a gagged and gooped moment of that documentary, or do you feel like it's more just kind of bringing up a time that was?
Bringing up a time that was. I think that it was interesting because I think that we all know certain aspects, and then we got to really deep dive, and it touches upon fraud and stuff like that. That we were like, well, yeah, obviously, we get to talk about some of the psychics that worked there and stuff like that, and some of their lives, which is of course interesting. And they're like a lot of like actors and out of work people, just like whatever, just like being like, listen, honey, I circled. I mean, in like a '90s way, circled a fucking ad in the back
in a
page.
'90s way.
I love. Is that a song?
This kind of world, I'm glad
I got my girls. Oh yes.
where they were like, I was poor and I was hungry and I circled an ad and it was this psychic line. And so I learned the script, like of the psychic network. So
was she really Jamaican?
No.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Or
she was from Florida.
Either no, or born in Jamaica, brought as a baby to America, fostered by a woman, therefore not really should have a Jamaican accent, but
she just found it.
Not what Chris said at all. She is as much Jamaican as any person who claims to be Jamaican might be. This person's birth certificate was of Los Angeles, California.
Oh.
So no.
Y'all, and we know nobody's from Los Angeles, California.
Where was she born? Kaiser?
No, my mom is from Los Angeles, California. She's literally born in LA.
Yeah, but that's made up. That's made up. People, no one's actually born from here. No one's from here.
Wait.
So
go
ahead.
I want to say this. If your listeners really want a great docuseries, I think one of the best docuseries, if you haven't yet watched, and this is in how crazy it is and also how beautifully it's shot, would be The Deep End, which is on Hulu.
I have wanted to watch that.
The Deep End. What's that about?
Teal Swan, Google and YouTube her. So basically it's about this new age spiritual guru who truly believes her shtick.
Yeah.
She has the gift of gab. She's she's a charismatic person, and she makes it so that her inner circle has to basically do anything and everything that she says. And from watching this, I don't think that she means to be as terrible as she is, but I know that if I didn't have a conscience, if I was narcissistic, then I would be her.
Wow.
I'm
laying it out on the line.
I was looking for something to watch after NXIVM, and the Teal Swan thing was suggested to me.
Mm-hmm. It is in line with the NXIVM thing.
You'll love it.
Oh God, I couldn't get enough. I could not get enough.
NXIVM was crazy.
Y'all, Nancy Salzman knows so much more than she's telling us.
It's crazy.
I will say,
watch Killer Sally on Netflix.
The bodybuilder.
Yes, we've watched a lot of documentaries, and some of them have been like, but Killer Sally on Netflix was really good because it gave us each episode gave us a different perspective to kind of look at with what happened. And at the end of it, it's kind of like, well, what do you think their answer is? There's so many people that was hurt by this.
That's what I love about.
I love docs like that.
I love that what y'all are doing too, because I would rather listen to you first talk about it honestly than because there's some great documentaries, but now I feel like there's so many.
It's a flooded marketplace.
Bad and so it's just I honestly I let go of my FOMO of documentaries because I don't want to jump on the new thing everyone's talking about at first, because I want to wait to see if it actually doesn't just have the same fake ending for 3 episodes until they finally tell me.
No, we are flooded with so much content, and like I was flooded with content in college, so it's enough.
How's your butthole since then?
Yeah,
no complaints.
No complaints.
No complaints.
Okay, before we let y'all go, I just want to.
First of all, it's only 47 minutes in, and I for sure know that you guys go to like an hour and a half. Why are you rushing us off?
No, I just want to make an hour. I was just thinking of an hour.
I mean, please, we know.
Bitch, I gotta eat dinner.
And 20 minutes I'm supposed to go live on my own YouTube. I feel bad about it. Should I have made that later?
Oh my God, I did see that, and I was like, why would you do that? You know, we were talking with Maddie and Poodle.
Just
why would
show
you
your titty?
You know what? I need to go find my wallet to see Johan's dick. No, okay.
Wow.
We can talk. I'm not rushing you all, but I really just want to. I just really want to talk about MILF Manor.
Yes,
because I know you watch it.
Yes.
No, I do not. I watched.
You know what? I listened to you talk about Sister, or whatever that show is. Sister, help me.
Sister Wife.
Thinking Sister Wife. So we're going to talk about MILF Manor.
Tia and Deborah Murray.
Sister, never knew how much I missed you.
Jake did fan her too, but we don't know if it was Tia or Tamara, but he did fan her too.
I think it was Tamara, and I screamed at her across a crosswalk, and I screamed Twitch. twitches.
He was drunk.
And I was really drunk. And she was like, yes.
We were leaving Boardwalk 11 karaoke in Palms.
Yes.
I know very well.
And he kept saying the whole. That was when Jake first moved to LA. And he was
Tamara Mowry is right over there.
He kept Tamara or Tia. I don't know.
One
of them here.
It was
like
Tamara.
the whole night. And literally, she was walking across the crosswalk. Jake's
and I went,
20 feet away.
And she waved.
You did say to her, you said, "I'm such a fan of your work."
I did. I'm such a fan of your work.
I mean, aren't we all?
Like, it was like she was Sarah Bernhardt or something. I was just like, I'm such a fan. The way that you put into your work.
I do love them because those women have fucking milked their career. They have cooking shows now. They have talk shows. Like, they are fucking brilliant.
Tamara Mowry was on
Tamara.
Did I say Tamara?
Tamara. Her name is Tamara, not Tamara.
Tia and Tamara.
Thank you. You know what? They said it wrong on Masked Singer. They kept saying Tamara.
Oh no, it's Tamara. I mean, unless
Tia and Tamara, yeah,
Tia and Tamara.
Unless she changed it, but it's Tamara, yeah.
Unless this entire time it's been Tamara and everyone.
No, I think you're right. Tamara Mowry, and she was on the Masked Singer, and she was amazing.
She was actually a singer. Oh yeah, they had that one song.
They could sing.
They had that.
What happened to their little brother? What's he doing now?
Taj, yeah, I think was he Smart Guy?
He was Smart Guy.
He's on TikTok right now doing like videos as like, "Hey, I'm Smart Guy."
He is hot now.
Yeah,
he's
he's
gay,
right?
Now?
He's gay, right?
He has to be gay. Has to be gay.
Yeah. So he like did a thing where he was like out and like talking about being gay and like whatever. I think it was either him or another light-skinned black kid from all of the 90s shows.
All of them.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Wow.
Check him
I said
out.
that's so dirty.
Yeah.
Is he gay?
Oh, fuck yeah.
I didn't know he dated Naya Rivera.
What? Then that's
no, rest in peace.
I know.
Boy, that documentary is sad.
Lee? Wasn't Lee one?
It is brutal. It's brutal. I would tell you, unless you want a good cry, don't watch it.
No, I don't want to watch it.
I mean, I know. I think you also said this, that you had watched Pam Anderson, which I really want to watch.
It's incredible. I encourage everyone to watch it. It's really really well done.
Yeah, that's the next one on my agenda. Like, I really want to watch that. And I mean, I'm also completely obsessed with the Alex Murda case.
That's so weird you were going to say that. I was just going to say that's a really great one that I watched. And it's also it's a close thing to me because I'm from South Carolina, and we like the lower part of the state down there, like you do own the world if you are in that county. Like, you own the cops, you own the judicial system, you own everything. So when he was talking about that, I was like, that makes sense to me.
There's this there's this thing on that everybody's talking about in Oklahoma that's on.
Oh, God, please.
No, it's true. It's called Who Killed Molly Miller and Colt Haynes, and that's a thing on a podcast called Partners in Crime. It really is. And my dad's second wife, Brenda, her
oh my God, another Oklahoma minute.
No, but I'm just saying her
second wife, Brenda,
her daughter Stephanie is actually interviewed on the thing, and so people started messaging me saying these people are talking about Ardmore. They're talking about I haven't listened to it yet, but I don't know if we know who killed Molly Miller. But if people are into it,
who gives a fuck? Jesus,
well, I don't know.
Remember when like Kristen Chenoweth came out with that, like, you know, like, who killed these cheerleaders? Or no, like, who killed these Girl Scouts? Like, almost went on the Girl Scout. It was the 1970s.
Yeah.
I didn't go on it. Don't worry about it. I'm safe. I became a multi-million.
No, that was
I want to watch that, actually. I want to watch that only because
I listened to a podcast about that. And it was like terrifying.
The summer camp that I went to was there. It was an arts camp, and it moved to a different part of the state because a lot of summer camps moved after that because
you could have been murdered.
They try to find more remote places that people couldn't get to because it scared someone so much.
Have you ever seen Sleepaway Camp? Sleepaway Camp, the B-level horror movie, Sleepaway Camp?
I've seen them all. Yeah.
Okay, just.
I want to know, like, what do y'all talk about? So, like, there's, Jennifer Grey is going to be in the
Gwen Shamblin.
Do y'all watch fiction? Like, Do y'all watch Tiger King's the fictionalized thing, or do you just stick to the source material?
No, we watch any docuseries possible. And Miss Cleo is technically a documentary, but we still watched it because we feel like it has the word doc in it. You know what I'm saying? And so,
so if they made
there's so many docs these days.
If they made a fictionalized version of Miss Cleo, but based on the documentary, would you watch that, or is that too meta?
It's kind of like when we did Madoff, and they did like a lot of reenactments. I mean, so many that I'm like, I feel like I was there.
Yeah,
but was in a good way.
Yeah,
I watched a sketch comedy. I watched a sketch show about it, and I know there's a Bernie sketch comedy character walking around with a wig, finding. And I mean, he's great at it.
You found out everything you needed to know from the sketch show.
Yeah,
I mean, golly,
we're open to anything that we think people will watch and then want to listen to us about.
So we never really. Jake tried to hijack the conversation. I'm not going to let him. MILF Manor, who do you love?
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Okay,
Boo.
MILF Manor. I want to talk about April W., who no one talks about.
You haven't seen episode 3.
J.
Yeah,
she is April W. is talked about in this episode, and her boring son.
Okay, great. Yeah, because we don't know who her son is. He had one line in when we found out that Jimmy's mother had sex with his best friend. That's the first time I heard that man speak.
He did tell me that, and I was agog.
I don't want to spoil.
I was
but
scarred.
There's one part of this episode where they're all dancing out in the club and having fun, and they just cut to April W. and they're just sitting in the room, and she's got like her head wrap on and no makeup, and they're just sitting there like in their room, bored as fuck. Like they just want to fucking leave.
Yeah, they're not cut out for this. They're not.
But we do find out that when we did your show previous, like Jake, and we had different names, and I put they do, this isn't giving too much away, but they do interviews. They do kind of speed dating this episode. And one of the things that April W is really concerned with, she keeps asking all the guys if they are into Jimmy style. And they said, what do you mean by Jimmy style? And Jimmy, Jake, that's So Young's son.
Yeah.
And she said,
I'm aware.
Well, he said, remember in the last episode when we played the game, when Jimmy said he got pink eye from giving someone a rim job?
Yeah.
She's like, are you into rimming style? She basically wanted to know who was going to eat her asshole.
Oh, great to know. Great to know that about her. She's just one that we haven't talked about. Then there's Charlene, who Charlene's ex-husband's wife joined my live.
What?
The last time I talked about MILF Manor on YouTube, Charlene's
Chris is just having another drink of wine.
Well, you know what it is? I wanted to go back to the rimming. Can we just break this down for a second? I'm so sorry. I feel like you glossed over that.
We're going to go back to the we're going to go. You know what? So, Producer Rachel, can we go back to the read? We're going to go.
I want to
Mary, take us back to the reading, and then we'll,
I want to explain.
No, wait.
So let me explain it to you. So,
can I say something? I know what rimming is. We can just ask a question.
Not that you don't know what rimming is. Let me tell you the context in which we're speaking about it. Okay. So we have a couple, a parent and a mother. A child and a mother. We have Jimmy and So Young. So Young is Korean.
I remember. I watched episode 1.
Oh, you did watch episode 1. Okay.
I'm feeling that nausea come back.
Next episode, episode 2, they have to divulge like some deep dark secrets. And instead of giving a dumb deep dark secret, like I had sex in an elevator, or I woke up next to my husband's friend,
or I fucked a football team.
Yeah, or something like that. Or I had a 7-person orgy. This woman decides to say So young, that she wrote down on a piece of paper and told producers that she had sex with her son's best friend. Meanwhile, her son is 23. So we don't know which best friend. Was it high school best friend?
Chris, and that's the soul-killing moment that took me out.
Was it college best friend? Or was it just the high school college best friend? Was it the person that this person has been best friends with since 11th grade or 9th grade? We don't know. So
I'm gonna say one thing. I wouldn't think the soul crushing moment would happen from So Young. I think it would. I really thought if you had told me, like, guess what the moment is?
You think it was Kelly?
Yeah.
Of course, not So Young.
It was Kelly. Yeah.
Yes.
So Kelly's just tame and predictable.
Yeah. But she's been on.
She just doesn't like people to speak Spanish.
She has auditioned for all of the reality shows.
Oh yeah, she has
all of them.
So
she's going to her local QAnon meeting.
Yeah. Orange County nonsense. So so Young's was that she had had sex with her son's best friend, and Jimmy's secret was that he got pink eye from eating ass.
That doesn't make sense. Was his eye in the butthole?
Yeah, I don't get it because
his tongue in his eye. He can lick his eyeball.
If this,
I've eaten a lot of ass in my time,
and he's doing this.
I never nuzzle the ass like a kitten. I'd never do that. I could.
I never used my eyeball to.
That's what he was doing.
Wow is really rimming the camera.
Yeah, I think. Wow.
And you would know this if you were on the tier that provided the intimate.
There you go.
So if you would like to be on an intimate portrait here, go to patreon.com/realitygaze and do the $10 tier.
15.
Actually, no, it's 15. We charge that.
$15 tier.
Yeah. But
this don't come cheap.
So that is
does not come cheap.
April W. As I texted Mary Payne about it, Mary Payne said, "What does she say?" She's like, "We called it last week with April W." She's like, "Nobody wanted to toss her salad."
I do need to say that I don't watch the show, but I hope that April J finds love. And I just want to see her on other shows because she talks like this.
She's one of the most tame people.
I just and her emo son Gabriel.
I hate him. I hate him, and I need him to leave and exit stage left immediately.
I think he exit stage left even. I think he's just signed up for an OnlyFans actually.
I fucking hate every moment of that.
What do you think about Ryan?
Oh, I love him. He's the oldest one, so he's the one that makes the most sense.
He's kind of the hot one.
Yeah, I think it's so stupid that Joey and every other 20-year-old, 23-year-old is on this show. They're wrong for that.
I do think and I wondered, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to be like offensive to Latinx culture, but they do talk about in this episode too, like kind of Jose is really just like, "Hello, señorita." Like, and so they start.
He's trying to.
They kind of call him Rico Suave, and they're kind of calling him out on it.
He is hot though.
Because it seems so. Oh, he's got a big dick.
Yeah, it's
big dick.
He's the hottest guy on the show.
But honestly, like the fact that he couldn't relate to what Charlene was saying when Charlene was like, "I don't want to take the reins because I've been taking the reins and I've been leading the pack, and I would love to be with a man who just lets me sit in my, as Chris would say, sit in my feminine and divine energy." And Jose couldn't understand that because he's a young fucking buck who is with these women who want to be equal. When you have an older millennial, and I'm like, "Oh no, I don't need to be equal. I will make money, but I want you. I want you equal, yes, but I also want you to take charge." So it was just like annoying to me because it was like such generational gap. This woman is fucking tired, and she tells Jose that, and he's like, "No, I think both people should take over."
Charlene, I said this on our crossover. Charlene. They recruited Charlene from the airport. She thought she was going to Senior Frogs.
When they said young men, she was like, 35, right?
Yeah. No,
she didn't know they meant 23.
She was accompanying her son to South Padre Island. And because she was worried about him going there, and she got on the wrong shuttle bus.
I don't know. This is so random. I'm going to North Padre Island in 4 days.
That's amazing. I will say she does bring it in episode 3, a side of her I did not expect.
Oh, good.
So
I love Charlene. She's my favorite person on the show.
I think all 4 of us are like single. We're looking for love. Would y'all be a MILF or a DILF? What is the youngest that you would date?
Currently, 32. He's 32. The one who 5 times a night, 32. 8 years younger.
Oh, wow.
The youngest I would date would be 40.
Oh!
No, I don't. I'm not going any younger.
I love you. I know I get that.
That's 10 years younger. That's pretty good.
You're
Jake,
you need to respond. You need to respond, Jake.
I will destroy you. I am 18 months older than you. And you know what? Yeah, that's just
true.
we'll
He
see.
looks young.
We'll see. I look young. I will say that in our digital worldwide moment, everyone was all the women were obsessing over me.
They did want to fuck you. You did have
Yeah.
a lot of people that wanted to fuck you.
Yeah, I witnessed that. I was there. I witnessed
It's
it.
true. Chris,
Yeah, it was a little weird.
how low will you go?
Hey, hello.
You know what? Right now, I have a height requirement. You have to be a certain height to ride this ride.
I understand that too.
I'm a curvy tall girl. I'm 5'8", and it seems like, I'll just be honest, my whole fucking life, I feel like I was led to believe, and I understand that certain men have like, let's just say like certain physical requirements and what they find attractive in a woman, and I just felt like I finally decided that I feel better with a taller man because I'm a tall, curvy woman. So at this rate, if you look like you can protect me and you are 6'3" and up, I'll go as low as 33, but you better look older.
You better look older.
Yeah, you better look older. Now, truthfully, I don't want to go I want to go like 41 or above. I really want like a 43 or 45.
You know what?
Lovely.
That's for me.
That was going to be my answer because I did it before. I'm about to be 44 next month. I would go 44 or older. I'm not even going younger anymore.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I would love, honestly, I would love an older man, but for whatever reason, the youngies, they love me. And like, honestly, if I waited
because you crazy and freaky deaky. That's why you freaky deaky.
Also, I look great. Also, that's one thing.
There you go.
Good. You are beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do look a lot younger.
I'm
you look 5'8".
A lot
younger.
I'm 5'8" too, and I have a gut. And so I'm just like, if I did not deal with men who were younger than me, I would never have sex.
There you go.
Literally, to all 2022 was like younger men. Otherwise, I just would have been sexless. And I was like, well,
that's not going to happen.
Not in Wyoming. What's that mug, babe?
I'm sorry, you were there when I purchased this. So Chris helped me drive myself to move to Minneapolis. And we stopped at a gas station in Wyoming. And she did she skipped around the gas station to let everybody know that we were foreigners. And it was in Wyoming. And I got this while I was in there.
How was Wyoming not established until 1890? Fuck. Jesus. Y'all need to do better.
It took a long time to steal it from the natives. So,
yeah.
And with that, it took a really long time to steal it from the indigenous people.
I mean,
that's the truth.
In the gas station, there was a lot of native people in there too, so it was great.
I'm sure there were.
Yeah.
I want to ask did you record any shows on the road?
We didn't record shows, but we did record ourselves. We don't do that anymore. We recorded ourselves watching people.
Oh, because we did a podcast once on the road. It was our highest rated podcast ever.
It was not our highest rated podcast ever. It was
very successful.
I hated it because you were driving like a fucking maniac.
Let me tell you.
I was not.
The entire 4 days that it took, I was absolutely stressed out because every single bit of my worldly possessions was in the back. And we were going through mountainous, snowy, and very white areas. And I was scared for my fucking life the entire time. My anxiety was on 25. I can't even tell you. Like, I didn't even recognize that it was happening to me until after we had landed in Minneapolis and I had like returned the van. I was just worried about like crashing the vehicle, breaking the vehicle, hitting an animal and being on the fucking side of the road, getting strung up on a tree by these white people. So like my mind was in a crazy place. So the fact that we actually made it.
It's a legitimate fear.
I mean, yeah, we went through sundown towns. So like,
I mean, the thing though, you were with Chris though, she would just show a policeman her tits.
Yeah, Wa vacillates between the fear of what would happen if she was like caught with me, because she feels like I would either like make such a ruckus that I would ruin the situation for us or make us into more trouble. I like to think that I would be able to try and successfully like get us out of the situation using whatever means necessary. But
I think she underestimates the power of a South Dakotan man who doesn't understand the last name Farah. Like, Farah? where y'all from? And she's like, I'm half Palestinian, Lebanese, and Syrian. And the person's like, Osama bin Laden. And then we fucking end up in jail.
No,
and then
she
her
would just
dad
say
comes
like
and gets
Farrah
her.
Fawcett. And they say, oh, she's a Farrah Fawcett. She's fine, Reggie.
Her family comes and gets her, and I'm stuck like Claire Danes in Brokeback Palace.
You think
Broke down Palace?
Mike Tyson will leave you?
That's a Maddieism, Brokeback Palace.
All right.
Palace.
We opened a can of words. What we've learned here today is that Wyoming was hard to steal from the natives, and we're going to have to leave this here.
And supposedly, I'm not sure if Wyoming is real.
You know what? We wish Wyoming the best.
We were there in Israel.
Hopefully healing will start now. Hopefully Israel's real. Who knows?
Yeah.
50
Y'all,
years strong.
DocuSweeties. Ladies, thank you so very much for just being you.
Thank you, y'all.
Just being good friends to us. Just having, we said before, like, y'all, we've known both of them. Chris is the only actor we've ever asked to be in Cabaret with us.
And let on stage with us because we're jealous of all the other actors.
Yeah, and she was better than us, but she made us laugh and on stage and forget our lines. Yeah. And just you bringing Wah into our lives, it's been such a blessing. And we just love you both very much. Y'all go check out where do they find? Oh yeah, namaste, like Darcy. Where do you find all things DocuSweeties?
You can find us on social medias. We are at DocuSweeties on Instagram, at DocuSweeties on TikTok, at DocuSweeties1 on Twitter. Of course, we are on wherever you listen to podcasts, honey, that Apple, that Spotify, that Amazon. If you want to see us, just like you do on the Patreon, of course, of Reality Gaze, we have one too. Tee-hee-hee. Wow, tell us how to find it.
You can find it by going on patreon.com/DocuSweeties, where we give you exclusive content specifically on docuseries, as well as we go live every first Monday of the month. So we hope that you would join us. It's $10 a month. Nothing. You can afford it. You're fine.
Get 2 coffees.
Come and join us over there, and we would absolutely appreciate it. And also, Maddie and Jake, thank you so much for believing in us and putting us on and supporting us and having us on your shows. And we absolutely appreciate it and love you. And thank you so much for this gift.
We love you back.
Back at you.
Love you back.
Back at y'all.
Love you back. All right, y'all. DocuSweeties. That's next week. You know what? But until then, we call these people lonely hearts because aren't we all just lonely hearts looking for love in all the wrong places? Take it, Wah.
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many places.
Bye, y'all.